Hint.
I must admit I'm not right this time. Let me consider all the possibilities. Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer. Let me consider.
Det var rätt.
This is wrong. But
Jag klickade fel. Fan.
No, not good. Let me consider all the possibilities. I do not think that's
Det går inte att markera.
Let me consider. No. Think.
Va?
This is wrong. Yes, there are only 3 possible hypotheses. The watch has been tampered with, or it is out of adjustment, or it indicates the time of the murder. I shall explore these last 2 possibilities before reaching any conclusions. If the watch is out of adjustment, it may be
Ja,
there
mu.
may also be another reason related
I helvete.
directly to Ratchet. Maybe the watch is set to another time zone.
Ja, det är den klockan här nu.
I do not. I must think.
Ja, med all käft.
I do not think that's the right answer.
Mr. Paroröv.
This is wrong. No.
No.
That is not a good answer.
Ja, med all käft. Well, what crystal is not going to help me now if you was broken before?
The watch was not defective because the second hand is still moving. My little gray cells do not
Ja,
let me down.
den funkar fortfarande klockan. Ja, det är 1:15 AM, vart information is conti.
That's the right answer.
Jaha, vilken zon? Istanbul. Vad fan är det? Vad är tidszonen i Istanbul?
Brilliant.
Ja, gånger 2.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
If this theory is correct, then the murder took place at 12:15 a.m. I must interrogate all the passengers to see if any of them have an alibi for this hour.
Alibi. Alibi heter det. Alibi. Huvudet.
I must admit I'm not.
Hehe. Mori Mr. Fanse tog över vänner. Det var ju rätt. Miss Debenham, Miss Olsson. Är de vänner? Okej. Kaput.
This is wrong.
Easy on.
No. Not
No, 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 no.
think, Poirot.
Hallå, du. Det står ju det. Mr. Tepperman was with Miss Olsson. Dr. Aha, Mr. Doctor. Miss Olsson, han var med doktorn. Mr. Mori och Mr. Faro och Mr. Nilsson tog över. Ja, den. Nu är bara kaptenen kvar. Kapten, en. Så var det.
That was easy.
Det var easy. Ska vi hitta passagerare nu då? Ja.
I'm sorry, sir, but I must concentrate on my baking.
Jaha, laga mat. Undrar vad det blir för mat. Här inne. Ja, pulvermos. Ja, helt rätt, Larry.
Monsieur Foscarelli, I would like to ask you a few questions, if you allow me.
Ah, Signore Poirot, is it?
Ah,
I
signore Pardi.
to get around to me. Unfortunately, you find me on a mission of mercy.
Hello, Monsieur Poirot. Sorry, we have a small problem. The orange juicer has broken down and I can't fix it. Mr. Foscarelli has kindly offered to help me.
It isn't the car engine, but I am doing my best.
Even with the two of us, we can't manage.
Let me guess. You call upon Poirot to help.
I'd be happy to answer your questions when we finished.
Vem fan är han? Är han i köket?
It's a real brain teaser. It's a real brain teaser.
Ja, säg god dag. Fake röv. Det var fan så detta var. Den ska vara själv. Så. Nu då. Den lilla där. Eller, gjorde jag fel nu? Nej. Sen. Där har vi en.
Voilà, it should work
Så ja.
correctly now.
Bravo! I should stick to automobiles.
Bravo!
Now we can talk calmly. Monsieur Foscarelli, is it?
Antonio Foscarelli? Delighted,
Antonio
Mr. Poirot.
You
Foscarelli.
have, of course, heard about Ratchet's murder last night.
Oh, naturally. It is all anyone is talking about.
Have you ever been to the United States?
Yes, it has been a primary market for our cars for the last 10 years.
You remember the Armstrong case?
Armstrong? The name, yes? It was a little girl. A baby, was it not?
Yes, a very tragic affair. Did you know that Cassetti, the kidnapper, was actually Ratchet?
Oh, no. Then he deserved to die. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
Can you tell me your movements on the night of the murder?
I went to bed right after dinner, but I slept very badly. My roommate, Mr. Masterman, had a toothache. Oh, he moaned all night. It woke me up several times.
Did you hear anything or notice anything unusual?
No, nothing that I can think of. I stayed in my bed all night.
Well, thank you, Mr. Foscarelli.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more, Signore. I remain at your disposal if you should need me.
Thank you so much, Monsieur Poirot. I can put orange juice back on the menu.
Hej då.
You can never have too many of these. Enchanté, mademoiselle. You are Hildegard Schmidt?
I am La Folle. And you, I know, are Herr Poirot.
Correct. May I ask you for a few minutes of your time to answer a few questions?
With pleasure, but first may I ask for your help?
Why does this not surprise me?
I don't know.
I am at your service, Fraulein.
My mistress, Princess Dragomirov, has asked me to open this traditional Matryoshka doll. There is a trinket inside she must retrieve.
Madame, in my experience, each Russian nesting doll simply pulls apart to reveal the next one inside.
Indeed. Yet try it for yourself.
As you wish.
You are a gentleman.
Monsieur, I am Hercule.
I know who you are, Monsieur Poirot. What do you want?
Answers to a simple question or two.
All right, but quickly. My wife is quite ill. I would like to stay by her side.
I promise. First of all, I imagine you know about the murder.
Of course. The Countess is terribly distressed.
Your full name?
Rodolphe Adreny.
Your home is?
Budapest.
And how do you come to be aboard the Orient Express?
I am a Hungarian diplomat. My family has represented our homeland since the revolution from the Soviet Union in 1956. I was on my country's business in Istanbul. Business which I cannot discuss.
And your wife often accompanies you on your diplomatic missions?
Yes, and why not? Was there anything else you wanted to know?
Right answer. Can you tell me how you spent last night?
I was in our compartment with my wife. She went to bed early. I played a video game on my phone. Around 11 o'clock in the evening, my wife woke up and couldn't get back to sleep. She took a sleeping pill. As for me, I went to bed soon after that and slept straight through until morning.
Have you ever been to the United States?
I was posted to the Hungarian embassy in Washington for a year.
You knew perhaps the Armstrong family.
Armstrong? Armstrong. It is difficult to recall. One meets so many people.
It was the kidnapping of a child, a very sad affair. The culprit was the man on this train who called himself Ratchet, the one who was murdered last night.
Indeed. It sounds like justice finally caught up with him.
Thank you for your time. Now, I'd like to speak to your wife, if you don't mind.
It's impossible. As I told you, my wife is very ill. Thank you, and good luck with the investigation.
Eh bien, the good Count does not appear to want me to talk to his wife. Monsieur, if I am to catch this murderer, I will need your help.
My help? I am at your service, Poirot.
You are very protective of your wife, Count Andreny.
Does that surprise you? Her vertigo can be very dangerous.
I believe there are many kinds of vertigo.
If you don't mind, I'd rather talk to a doctor, not a detective. If you'd excuse me.
I would like to speak to Countess Andreny, please.
As I have already told you, she is in no condition to speak to you.
Monsieur le Comte, I am investigating a murder.
I wish you every success, but my wife is too frail to be questioned.
Jag vill prata med henne.
Monsieur, if
My help?
You are obviously a devoted husband, Count Andreny.
My wife means the world to me. There were questions in Budapest about a Hungarian diplomat marrying an American woman.
It did not deter you.
I would have given up my position for her. I would think it is universal. Are you married, Mr. Poirot?
No, I fear marriage is not for me. But her condition, is it very grave?
She is suffering a bout of vertigo. You understand? The room spins.
If you allowed me, perhaps I could come in and see if I can help your wife.
Are you a doctor? I thought you were a detective.
We have much in common, do you not think? We both try to find solutions to mysteries.
Then I won't keep you from the mystery you are undoubtedly more qualified to solve.
Okay.
I would
As I have already...
Monsieur le Comte.
I wish you every...
Han vill inte...
Madame Hubbard, may I ask you a question or two? It won't take long.
Anything I can do to help.
Have you misplaced a handkerchief recently?
No, I don't think so. Why?
We found a handkerchief embroidered with the letter H, so I thought it might have been yours.
I'm sorry, but it's not. It may belong to Miss Schmidt, Princess Dragomirov's lady's maid. I believe her first name is Hildegard.
It is a possibility. Anyone could be lying, of course. I thank you, madame.
Vad är hon?
Hello. Can I do something for you?
Hello, Monsieur Hardman, I believe. You have heard of the murder?
Cyrus.
Vem fan är han?
Yes. And the fact that there's been a murder is all over the train.
You do not seem very concerned about it, monsieur.
It's not the first murder I've run across.
I had no idea the selling of toys was so dangerous. I did overhear you mention at dinner that this is your profession.
Toy salesman is a cover. I'm a private detective, just like you, from the U.S.
Vad fan är hon? Då.
This is wrong. I must admit I'm not. That was easy.
Jag är dålig med folk inne ja.
I did not expect to find another detective on this train.
I just finished a job in Istanbul when I received an email from Ratchet. He hired me to protect him.
Jag är dålig med folk inne.
I'm not happy about that. He'd received some threatening letters. I was supposed to watch his back, and yeah, something I failed to do. But he seemed to think he was in more danger when he left the train.
He was traveling to Paris?
I assume so, but I'm not entirely sure.
Ja, alla
Can
sover.
anyone on this train confirm your identity?
Yeah, that McQueen kid. Ratchet's secretary.
Were you on duty last night?
You bet. I kept my door open a crack and I watched all night. No one entered that car who didn't belong there.
Did you see anything in particular?
The conductor, Michelle, he was there most of the time too, except for 15 minutes or so after we left Vinkovsky. He must have answered a call from Ratchet's room. Then he was absent again for a while around.
Det är nya ansikten ju. Var fan kommer de ifrån?
He didn't move until 5.
Vi står stilla snö. De kan fan inte hoppa på. Ingen station här.
Monsieur Hardman, have you heard of the Armstrong case?
Armstrong? The kidnapping 3 or 4 years ago? Who hasn't? Why?
Ratchet's real name was Cassetti. I have reason to believe he was the kidnapper.
What? He killed that little girl? No, I didn't know. If I had known, I wouldn't have taken the job.
Do you have any idea who was behind the threatening letters?
I don't know his name, but Ratchet told me he was a small
Om han är
dark hair,
detektiv.
with a womanish kind of voice.
Oh, thank you for your help. Is this handkerchief embroidered with an H yours?
Do I look like the kind of guy who would use a handkerchief like that?
Thank you for answering my questions, Monsieur Ardman.
Listen, Poirot. I know I fell down on the job, but if you need help, any at all, let me know. I'd like to make it right.
Mobil. Jaha, nej det är en pad då.
It has been a while since I have seen one of those.
Undrar vad det finns i den här mobilen. Ja, Jaffa. Puss.
I am not prepared to receive anyone. Come back later.
Very well, madam. I'll come back later. But you will need to speak to me.
So, my friend, have you finished your investigation?
No, but I have managed to solve a few mysteries.
Okay. I stay here to watch this young lady.
Vakta.
I hope your investigation is going well, Mr. Poirot.
Ja, det är Jaffas kvinna ju. Miss Olsson, Greta Olsson. Jaffas lilla dam.
Monsieur McQueen, may I ask you a question?
Anything I can do to help, Mr. Poirot?
This handkerchief embroidered with an H. Is it yours?
No, I don't use cloth handkerchiefs.
Thank you. I won't bother you anymore.
Carl of Wild. Jack London. Nu är det slut på korridoren. Alltså här miss. Alla jävla passerar kan man inte prata med.
I am not prepared.
Very well, madam.
Ja, vad fan är alla? Här är mitt rum. Här är det hans.
Madame Hubbard, may I ask...
Anything I can do to...
Monsieur, if I am...
My help?
You are...
My wife needs a question.
It did not...
I would think it...
No.
She is suffering.
I think Dr. Constantine could help your wife.
There is a doctor on this train? I did not know. Where is this doctor?
He is not...
I think Dr. Constantine is in the lounge car. If not, perhaps the conductor can tell you where he is.
Very well, I will find him. Thank you very much.
Luda, helvete vad snyggt! Det är därför jag skiter på att prata med henne.
Forgive me for intruding, madame. I am Hercule Poirot.
I know who you are, Mr. Poirot. I
Hon
overheard you
är
send my husband
riktig.
on a wild goose chase.
Your husband cares for you greatly, madame. I apologize for exploiting that fact. But the situation is urgent, and I need to ask you a few questions.
Apology accepted. I realize you must speak to everyone. This horrendous murder. It's very upsetting.
That is a beautiful music box.
Please don't touch the music box. It's a fragile family heirloom.
Your accent, is it American? Boston, perhaps?
You have a good ear, Mr. Poirot. Yes. Born and raised in what we call the Back Bay.
Are you in the diplomatic service like your husband?
No, not officially. I was still in college when I met Rudy 2 years ago. I keep myself busy handling his scheduling, travel, appointments.
Ah, what is the saying? Behind every great man there is a great woman.
That was the saying. Today one might reverse the sentiment as well, don't you think?
Of course, I stand corrected.
Jag är gammal, har 2 armbåg. Ja, hallå Tomba. Hon har schyssta svensk. Är hon svensk? Vi testar. Hon ser ut 39. 56. Han var ju...
Think what? No, not good.
No. Amerikansk.
I don't know. I must admit I'm not right. Think this is wrong. But I think no. I must admit this is wrong. I do not think that's the right answer.
Vad fan var hon för något?
This is I do not think that think I must admit I'm not.
Nej, jag kommer inte ihåg vad hon... Amerikan. Ett år. Ja, det är lagar för Jaffa. 21-åring.
A handkerchief embroidered with an H was found at the crime scene. By any chance, does your first name begin with an H?
No, my first name is Elena, with an E.
Can you tell me what you did last night?
Well, my husband and I went to dinner. Then we came back here. We went to bed around 10 o'clock. I tried to sleep, but I couldn't. because of the shaking of the train. I suffer from vertigo. I finally took a sleeping pill, and that did the trick.
When did the train's motion prevent you from sleeping?
Between midnight and 2 a.m. I know because I must have looked at my watch about 10 times.
I see.
I see.
She may be telling the truth, but I cannot be certain. I know there is a clue somewhere to prove she's lying. Oh, the truth cannot hide from Poirot forever. Come now, Countess. You are not telling me the truth.
Why do you say that?
Even with the sleeping pill, you could not sleep?
I told you that I took the sleeping pill much later.
The Countess did not fall for my first attempt to confuse her. And your vertigo, did this not prevent you from sleeping?
It certainly didn't help, but that's not really why I couldn't sleep. It was that continual shaking of the train.
So she continues to blame the shaking of the train. The train stopped at 12:30 a.m. due to snow, so there was no shaking of the train. But
Eller är det Jerry som skojar?
Shaking that prevented you from sleeping.
I don't know, you're confusing me. My vertigo.
Madame, a man died last night. You can't talk nonsense just because you're sick. You are hiding something from me.
How dare you? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm going to find my husband.
That was unkind, I know, but my strategy worked. I can now inspect this room in peace.
In peace. Smyckenhållare.
These must be the sleeping pills that Countess Andreni took last night.
Ja, samma som låg där in.
There seems to be something missing here.
Ja, ha det gött, Larry. Så hörs vi nästa stream. Ha det gött. Jobb då imorgon. Ja, jaha, fågel. Jag säger fan inte mig något. Fan var det? En fågel. En höna. Ett löv. En ros. Det är löv.
It's closed. It's closed.
Ja. En vev. Jaha. Det ska vara så ska det vara. 2 där. Nej, vad var det? 2, 3. Är det inte den? 2, 3, 3, 1. Det är ju den, eller? Ja, det var den. Helvete, det var pussel. Stjärna är där. Noten är där. Aj. Ja. Fan är det? Jaså? Din gamla ronk.
It's Countess Andreni with an older girl. For my beautiful young ladies,
Helena och Sonja.
Helena with an H.
Det är ju svenska namn. Helena och Sonja. A great Ketsy. Var det allt? Nej. Risk-tjejen. Jag need inte... Mm. Jag kommer fan inte ut.
For my beautiful young... It's Countess Andreni with an older girl. It's Count...
Ja, det var den.
An engraving written in, I believe, Russian Cyrillic. It looks like a first...
Poirot! Have you no shame?
Jag är förbannad.
Monsieur, I am afraid shame is not a very helpful emotion for a detective trying to get at the truth.
What are you doing in our compartment?
I am investigating a murder, Count Andreni.
My wife is ill.
My apologies, monsieur, but your wife seemed in perfect health when she left the room to find you. I do apologize, but I needed to search your compartment.
You will regret this, Poirot.
Please, Count. You aren't going to challenge me to a duel, are you? Countess, I'm afraid I took the liberty of inspecting your little music box.
How dare you?
The message in the medallion was addressed to you and Sonia. Sonia Armstrong. Your older sister? The mother of Daisy.
Jaha.
Child.
Daisy.
I am a Hungarian diplomat. You have no official standing here. You have no right to search...
No, Rudolph. Let me speak. It's useless to deny what this gentleman says. I am Helena Goldenberg, the sister of Sonia Armstrong, and Daisy was my niece. The music box is a gift from my sister's godmother, a very close friend to my mother. We hid the truth from you when we learned that the man killed last night was the person who destroyed my family. I panicked. I didn't want to be accused.
That is also why you lied about the H in your first name?
Exactly. Your ferreting about looking for the H is obviously part of your investigation.
If I found a handkerchief in Monsieur Ratchet's room embroidered with an H, I might suspect you had been there.
A handkerchief? I don't have any handkerchiefs embroidered with my initial. To be honest, that sounds awfully old-fashioned to me.
I give you my word of honor that last night, Helena never left her compartment. My wife is telling you the truth, Poirot.
I hope so. I'll let you rest.
Jaha, hon var syster.
The matter of the H on the handkerchief still needs clearing up. But first I should check the inscription on the back of the medallion.
Mhm. Vad fan är det? Ryska? Jag kan inte ryska. Hej. Din namn? Haita. Hatta. Yeah. Hatta. Vad fan är det? Är det... Ett J eller?
I do not think that's the right answer.
Det var det visst. Det var det.
Natalia. Would it be
Natalia.
Only Russian passenger on the train. In addition, her first name begins with an H in Cyrillic. That's the right answer.
Nu kan vi ryska med. Jaha, en sån har jag haft när jag var liten. Du är med, Tompa? Det var ju rätt. Ja, en barbuskta, ja. Ja, sån hade jag med hemma. Vi öppnar bara. Eller så. Nej, kan inte ha. Jo, var det. Han är lite docka. Här är vi. Där var det. Nej. Jaha. Vad var det nu då? Blomman. Den. Vad är det blomman uppe? Nej, det var fel uppe. Jävlar vad mycket. Blom. Två varv åt höger, ett varv åt vänster. Så då. Vad fan är det?
The inscription reads, "To my dearest friend."
Thank you very much. This doll reminds her of her youth in Russia. It was very hard under the Soviet regime, but thanks to her strength of will, she rose to be the head of a museum of antiquities in St. Petersburg. Even though she now lives in Berlin, it is said that the Kremlin still fears her.
She must be a formidable woman indeed. You are her maid?
I am her companion. I help her in her daily tasks, and I keep her company.
Forgive me. You will have heard of Ratchet's murder last night.
Yes, of course. Everyone is talking about it.
Can you tell me how you occupied your time last night?
Just after we left Istanbul, I had tea with my roommate, Fräulein Locke. I went to dinner with the princess, and when I returned to my compartment, Fräulein Locke was already asleep. A little later, Herr Michel, the conductor, came to get me because Madame la Princesse needed my help. Her back troubles her. I massaged her for about an hour.
Do you remember the time?
I'm sorry, I do not, mein Herr.
Have you lost a handkerchief embroidered with an H, madame?
Oh, no, monsieur.
I thought perhaps since your first name is Hildegard.
It is not mine, I tell you. I could not afford something so nice. I have no idea who it belongs to.
My apologies. I did not mean to alarm you. Thank you for answering my questions, madame.
Lugn musik.
Thank you so much, Monsieur Poirot.
Hello again, Mr. Poirot. How can I help you?
Vad är alla folk? På tåget menar jag. Det är ju folkdom på det jävla tåget. Hon är upptagen. Och det är öppet. Här inne är han.
Sorry to bother you, Monsieur Mori. I have a question to ask you.
Please make it quick. I have a meal to prepare.
This handkerchief embroidered with an H, is it yours?
No, I've never seen it before.
This handkerchief...
No.
Thank you. That is all I wanted to know.
I hope your investigation won't interfere with today's menu.
Kaffe. Hon är upptagen.
I'm sorry, sir, but I must concentrate on my baking.
Hon är snygg hon. Ja, det spelar på en 10 och 10. Shit.
Madame Hubbard, may I ask you a question or two? It won't take long.
Anything I can do to help.
I am not prepared to receive anyone. Come back later.
I'm sorry, madame, but a man has been murdered. I must ask you a few questions.
You must have misunderstood me. I cannot speak to you just now.
Madame, I know that Sonia Armstrong is your goddaughter.
Yeah.
Come in, please.
Please forgive my intrusion, madame, but I really must ask you some questions.
Then ask. I'll answer if it pleases me.
We have not been properly introduced, yet I have observed her a couple of times, so I can already deduce some things about her.
Ja, hon är rysk. Det är Jaffa-serien, han gillar ju 85-åringar. Jaffa, du gillar 85 plus.
I'm right again. That happens to me. I will first ask you about last night. Will you tell me your movements?
I went to bed just after dinner. I read until 11, then tried to sleep. Later I woke.
What caused you to awaken?
I suffered from back pain, a consequence of old age interfering with an active life. I called Schmidt around 12:45 a.m. to give me a massage. She did so until I fell asleep.
How long was she with you?
A good hour, I would say.
I see. The first initial of your first name, Natalia, in the Cyrillic alphabet looks exactly like the letter H in the Latin alphabet.
I'm Russian, Monsieur Poirot, and I was the head of a museum of antiquities in St. Petersburg for decades, until I moved to Berlin recently. I'm familiar with Cyrillic.
This handkerchief is yours, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. I lost it.
It was found in Monsieur Ratchet's room. Can you explain to me why Madame Schmidt didn't identify the handkerchief? She must have known it was yours.
Possibly to protect me. She is very loyal. Your next question will be, how did my handkerchief come to be lying?
De kanske har haft sex där inne.
My reply to that is that I have no idea.
That is not an answer, madame.
It is all I am able to give you.
I must tell you, Princess Dragomirov, I have discovered something astonishing.
And that is?
You are Sonia Armstrong's godmother.
You make that sound like a revelation. I have never hidden the fact, monsieur.
You knew Colonel Armstrong well, then?
I knew him slightly. But his wife, Sonia Armstrong, was my goddaughter. I was on terms of friendship with her mother.
Linda.
Linda Arden. Linda Arden was a genius. One of the greatest tragic actresses in the world.
Många kapitel här.
I was a personal friend.
Very well. But this links you to the Armstrong kidnapping case. Helena Andreni is the sister of Sonia Armstrong, the late mother of Daisy Armstrong, kidnapped and killed by the man who was murdered on this train, Ratchet.
Indeed. Was it he? Then justice has at last been served.
Allow me to summarize.
Do I have a choice?
First coincidence, I shall call it. You are close to the Armstrong family, and the presumed assassin of Daisy Armstrong was killed while you were on board the same train. Second coincidence. Your handkerchief happens to be found at the foot of the victim's bed. Third coincidence. One of the stab wounds inflicted on the body was by a left-handed person. You are left-handed. That is a lot of coincidences, Princess Dragomirov.
Well, Monsieur Poirot, call it fate. If you report to the police your coincidences, they will laugh. A woman of my age and frailty has violently murdered a man? With how many potential witnesses who saw me dawdling
Jag trodde man skulle få gå utanför tåget.
like Lady Macbeth?
You are right, Princess. You could not work alone, which means you have one or more accomplices. And it is only a matter of time before I find out who they are.
I would appreciate it if you would remove yourself from my room and take your fantasies with you.
Ja.
Привет! 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 Привет!
Привет! Привет!
Привет! Привет! Привет! Привет! Привет! Привет! Привет! Привет!
Alibis Mats. Mr. Forelli and Mr. Masterman. Mr. Hartman. Mm-hmm.
I do not think that's the...
Uh-huh.
No, not good. I must admit.
Ja, vad fan.
Et voilà.
Voilà. Привет! 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 Privat betyder Привет! Vad har hon nu? Jag vill se vad du har där. Vad är det nu? Report.
Oh, Poirot, you're there. She hasn't moved, but she seems to be waking up little by little. What about you? Your investigation progresses?
I find myself helping everyone with their problems before they can help me with mine. I have shifted boxes, helped with hangovers, repaired an orange juicer, unlocked some Russian dolls, all so my investigation can proceed.
Don't forget the dessert recipe.
How can I?
Truly, the labors of Hercules.
My friend, I would rather clean out the Orient stables. Yet, I have managed to solve a few mysteries.
Oh, tell me everything.
The embroidered handkerchief belongs to Princess Dragomirov. I also found out that she was Sonia Armstrong's godmother.
On the same train with the little girl's murderer?
Exactly. Also, Elena Andreni is the younger sister of Sonia Armstrong, Daisy's mother.
Another passenger connected to the Armstrong case?
Yes, Book. What are the odds, do you think? But I cannot see either woman stabbing Ratchet over and over again in a frenzy. And they apparently have alibis.
Alibi! Alibi heter det. Mitt på då. Inte alibi. Eller vad fan säger. Alibi. Alibi. Alibi.
I had 3 theories concerning the broken
Vad är alibi?
It could have been out of adjustment before the murder, or
Vet ni vad alibi är?
indicate the actual time of the murder. The only hypothesis I could rule out was that the watch was out of adjustment. For the others, they are impossible to verify. So the watch is of little use to the investigation.
And I was convinced that it indicated the time of the crime. 2 women involved in the Armstrong case.
Let's not forget our patient here. There are 3 women.
Look, she seems to be waking up.
What's happening to me?
Hon är snygg.
Did I fall asleep again?
Indeed, Mademoiselle Locke. Did you take any medications? Sleeping pills, for example?
No. I never use sleeping pills.
I inspected your cup. You can clearly see that there is a residue of something at the bottom. I'm sure a lab test would confirm you were drugged. Most likely an overdose. That would explain your battle to shake off the effects.
You think Fräulein Schmidt did it?
She certainly had the most opportunity, but why would she?
But no one knew who I was. It's impossible that someone deliberately targeted me.
Två PV infördelade. Droga henne.
This is wrong. But I'm never far from the
Ja,
truth.
det var inte de två.
Think, wow.
Think, Paro.
I don't... Fräulein Schmidt or Monsieur Michel may have drugged the tea that Mademoiselle Locke drank. Fräulein Schmidt or Pierre Michel could have drugged your tea. They are really the only two people on this train who could have done it. But why would either one do it?
Mr. Poirot, I'm feeling much better. I'd like to bring you up to date to why I ended up on this train.
If you are able, I would very much like you to finish your story.
Very well then. After the Daisy Armstrong case was officially closed, I put out a standing request to the police departments in the Boston area for anything on Michael Clark. But he didn't turn up on their radar. I even set up an anonymous tip line for news about Clark. That's how I met Braid, a sketchy contact on the dark web, but they found nothing I could use.
Ska vi ut och åka igen?
4 long years passed without anything new. Every day I looked at the evidence board I put up in my apartment bedroom. Then this morning, a police report landed on my desk that changed everything. I paid a visit to the police property room and took home a box full of clues. There was his name. Michael Clark.
Michael Clark.
A bill from the power company with, I'm sure, plenty of excuses why my rates keep going up.
Travel, Orient Express. Ah. Pussy.
Travel. For the discriminating traveler. Also for the overworked detective who never seems to have time for vacation. Well, I can dream, can't I? Years of no new leads in the Armstrong case, and then this. Michael Clark, the sarcastic reporter, my prime suspect in the kidnapping, murdered 4 years ago? This is Michael Clark? He doesn't look anything like the journalist I interviewed. Michael, you have earned a place on my
Det är han inte. Han såg inte så ut. Han hade mustasch. Då var det ja. Ja. vet inte. Det är ju denna nycklar.
The lab team found this keychain in the cabin, but they wouldn't have bothered to examine the keys once the DA shut down the investigation. The keys were just tossed in the evidence box along with everything else. It's too unusual not to demand a closer look.
Nej, ingen hint eller? Jaha. En kniv.
They sell them on the internet for self-protection.
Mhm. Smart.
So clever. All that evidence, and yet no DNA found. So clever. The only fingerprints found on the bottle were Suzanne's. Suzanne's hair, so conveniently left in the cabin for us to find. It was planted. I knew she was innocent.
Redan.
Daisy's plush toy. The DA resigned soon after the Armstrong case. It haunted him just as it has haunted me.
Ja, vad fan? Fuck.
I know I have to stop printing. It's bad for the planet. I don't have time to check the latest crimes. I need to focus on Daisy's case.
Hon har en katt.
I don't have time to waste on magazines.
Jaha.
I've read it probably 10 times already, but I can't get enough of it. Don't know why. Maybe because it helps me sleep? A gold mustache. Thank you very much.
Ja, en och en. Ja. Fan. Jag fattar inte mig på dem här. Eller är det så här? Och från ettan. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Vad är 7:an? 8. 9, 10. Det finns ingen hint. Ah.
What do they call this? Brass knuckles? Knuckle dusters? Illegal in Massachusetts. Possession alone can lead to serious jail time. What do they call this? Illegal in Massachusetts. What do they call this? Brass. Illegal in Massachusetts. What do they call it? Illegal in Massachusetts. Possession alone can lead to serious jail time.
Mer knivar.
What do we have here? A flashlight. They can also conceal knives, but in this case we have lockpicks.
Lockpick.
What do we have here? A flashlight. They can also conceal knives, but in this case we have lockpicks.
Nej, de bollarna kvar. Jag vet fan inte vilken... Har ni gjort sådana bollar innan? Nej. Jaha. USB-minne. Smart.
A USB key. Let's plug it into my PC and see what nasty little secret it contains.
Nu är den jävla bollen jag inte klarar. Jaha, mass 21.
Shaved off the Metro beard. But I'd recognize that smug bastard anywhere. The man I interviewed 4 years ago posing as Michael Clark. This goes on the board. Absolutely nothing on this Cassetti. His driver's license is almost surely a fake. I know I have to stop printing. It's bad for the planet.
Okej. Ja, box. Solve Misse Keyring. Det är 5 pussel to unlock. 5. Kan man räkna till 1, 5. Räknar vi då. 13. Nummer 1. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Fem, 4, 3, 2. 5 puzzles. 1, 2, 4, 5. 5. Ja, vi kan inte ta hint.
So, Ratchet's real name was Cassetti.
Mhm. Nej.
I knew it! The faces don't match at all. They are clearly two different men. I should run facial recognition on my computer.
Mhm.
Okay, the real Michael Clark has been dead for years. Let's see if the photo
Det är
of
samma
fake Michael
man.
Clark matches someone in the database of known criminals. I've tried this several times in the past few years, but came up empty. Maybe whoever he really is has finally made a mistake. No, that doesn't look like him.
Han då?
No, that doesn't look like... No, that doesn't look like him. That could be him, but he looks pretty different.
Jaha.
Yes, he seems different at first glance, but still, it's the same person.
Näsa.
Okay.
Inga glasses.
No, this isn't it. Think! No, I did something wrong.
Good.
I don't need Mr. Poirot to tell me I'm wrong. He's changed his appearance a lot. Probably had some plastic surgery on his nose, but there is no doubt it's the same person. Let's see why he was arrested.
Arrest november 23, 2023 att German iPod Armenia in.
Mr. Ratchet, you didn't just steal statuettes. What recent information does the database have on you? It's so frustrating. I have a name, but I can't find anything about him. But I know just who to call.
Robot Defense League, we are monitoring this call.
Hello, Braid. Long time.
Oh, Joanna. Hey, how may I assist you?
I need you to search the dark web.
Yeah, can you narrow that down a little? Because, it's pretty big and pretty dark out here.
Could you find intel about a Samuel Ratchet?
Samuel Ratchet. Got it. Bad dude?
They don't come worse. Send me what you find by email.
Alright, hang on. Okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
Nope. And... okay. Oh, this might be something. I gotta do a deeper dive, but you should find this interesting. Could be coincidence if I believed in them. Emailing details.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
We're here to save mankind. Oh, it's a cookbook.
Cookbook. Söka andra glas.
The Orient Express. I'm gonna print these tickets and put them on the board.
Peter Mombo.
I know I have to stop printing. It's bad for the planet.
Nej, fel. Ja. Jag är med 10 minuter till sen går det kors. Ja, jag med, tänkte jag. Jävla pusselspel. 3, 1, 5 pussel stod. Jaha.
This is Ratchet's ticket. These tickets were all booked by McQueen.
Fan. Ja, då jag får kolla hur man löser det pusslet. Jag måste lösa den någon jävla gång. Fan är tårtidningen?
Goodbye, Michael Clark. Hello, Samuel Ratchet, the man who stole your identity and your life.
Mhm. Nu börjar det bli svårare. Ja. Jo, tackar hej. Tack för det trevliga, så hörs vi av sen. Det gör vi, Tompa. Tack själv. Ha det gött. Hörs vi senare. Natti. Glöm inte gilla på med delar. Ha det gött. Natti. Så jag går och lägga sig med henne. Nu ska vi sova. Jag och hon.
The Orient Express departs from Istanbul next week. Interesting. I'll put it on the board.
Ja, det hittar vi. Best of 2023.
The event? Some old train. But that face, that man.
Det är ju han. Nu är dag 2 kvar. Men får vi ta nästa vända med henne. Kapitel 7. Ja, glöm inte gilla på och dela, så syns vi i nästa avsnitt på Möde Orient Express. Singeling! Godnatt Jaffa.